What's up, everybody? It's your boy Winsel. This is my channel, Winsel's Rebuilds. This is the first time I've ever uploaded NHL franchise mode on my channel, and it's going to be with the worst team in the NHL, San Jose Sharks. Currently in real life, they're 0-10 and or 0-9-1, sorry. I'm going to show you the roster. I'm going to say this series isn't going to mimic the real life team. So I'm gonna play most of the preseason games. I'll play a few on camera, play a few off camera. But guys, like if Philip Beasted plays really good in the preseason, he's gonna make the team out of camp. Where a guy like Mikael Granlund might not. See where I'm coming from? So we could sit a guy like Sturm for someone like Beasted. Or, for example, defenseman. I'm gonna sign Havilad to a contract. He could get in over a guy like Matt Benning, because Benning's older. Havilad, he's an offensive defenseman. We don't have any of them in our system. So let me show you the roster. But before that, if you enjoy this and you want to see more, the best way to let me know is by leaving a like on the video, commenting your thoughts on the series and how you think it's going to go for us. And if you're really feeling generous, you can subscribe. I don't expect it, but I'd appreciate it if you did. All right, let's meet the team. We got a good young center who they picked 7th overall in 2021, William Eklund. He could play the wing too. I don't know where I'm gonna put him yet. We'll have to make that decision after preseason. And Tomas Hertl, he's been there since 2012. Goal scorer, never eclipsed 40 goals in a career. He's had 30 twice. Just a good all-around guy. Logan Couture, playmaker. I have Fog of War on, as you can see. So some of these player types might not be accurate. So for right now, a lot of our potential trade capital, we could trade Hertl, depending how bad we are this year. Couture probably gets traded too. Same as Granlund, Sturm. But back to the young guys. As I mentioned in the intro, Philip Beasted, he's 6'4". I don't think we have that many big guys on our team. 6'3", 5'11". Well, what's Granlund? 5'10", 6'3". So you know what? It's a mix. Beasted's still pretty tall though. Bordelot, playing good in real life. He scored the game tying goal that has got them their only point this season. It was a tip against Colorado. I watched the game. Mackenzie Blackwood played out of his mind. That's the only point they have this season. Ryan Carpenter. He can get in there for a few games where we need some tough stuff. Theo Jacobson. We'll see how he does in for the Barracuda this year. Duclair. He's still young. I like Anthony Duclair. It's fun to watch him in the playoffs last year with Florida. That was a great run they went on, eh? I was cheering for them a lot. Quentin Musty, their top pick this year, 26th overall. They also picked Will Smith, but I'm not using any of those rosters. I just want to do it like this way. So I'm sorry that Will Smith won't be in this. He probably has a very good slap shot though, from what I've heard. Philip Zadina. They picked him up on waivers from Detroit. He never really got it going in Detroit. The most points he ever had, 24. 10 goals. Hoping he can surpass that. Former Moosehead. I really like him. He played for the Mooseheads. I'm from Nova Scotia. Mike Hoffman. It's kind of awkward because Eric Carlson played here too, and they didn't get along. So, yeah. Maybe I'll trade him to Pittsburgh. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. That'll be funny. But Mike Hoffman could probably get traded. Duclair, we'll see how it goes at the trade deadline. Oscar Lindblom, 27, also might get traded. A lot of this team probably won't be here in what? I want to play a few games in the season. It's maybe 8, 9 episodes. Giovanni Smith, he's still pretty young, 25, grinder. He could punch some faces for us. Everyone needs a good face puncher. Casper Haltonen, second round pick this year for them, plays for the London Knights. London Knights have a really good defenseman there, Sam Dickinson. So maybe he's forming a bond with him, and it's like, hey, the Sharks are probably going to pick you in the draft, depending on how good of a pick they get. Banov, he's been good in real life for them. He was trash in Toronto. Came here and he's just been, playing great. Might look to trade him. He's got some pretty good value. Fabian Zetterlund, he's been good for them in real life. Come over in the Timo Meier trade. So, it'd be nice to see him get going. Kevin LeBanc, he's been consistent for them. He's been here for a while, since 2016. So, and he's just, been consistent, like I said. Tristan Robbins, Ozzy Weisblatt, Brandon Coe, Martin Kaut, Luke Cunnin, he's been good for them in real life. Hopefully he can be good for us in the series. Got a lot of good prospects. I wouldn't say good, but we got prospects. Luca Cagnoni, I think that's how it's pronounced. I hope so. They picked him this year, 4th round, playing for the Portland Winterhawks currently. Hopefully he puts up some good numbers and we can call him up in a year or two. Mario Ferraro, good young defenseman, 2-way defender, 2nd round pick. He's been pretty consistent too. Not the most points, but that's not his game. Jan Ruda, not his game either. They got him in the Erik Karlsson trade from the Penguins and the Canadiens. It was a whole cluster. Matt Benning, didn't he try and take him McDavid once before he got to Edmonton? Or am I thinking of someone else? I'm not sure. I might be thinking of someone else. Marc-Edouard Vlasic, if anyone was going to get traded, it'd be him. He's the longest tenured Shark by like a mile because he's been here since 2006. So, yeah, he's the longest tenured Shark. And if we're trash, which we're probably going to be, his ass is gone. Nikolai Nijov? I don't know. It's pronounced somehow. Defensive guy, like most of our guys. I'm probably going to sign Matthias Havlad, like I said. Only offensive defenseman in the system, I do believe. 2nd round pick last year. Henry Thrun, he can move the puck. So we might look to see this gray silhouette get going in the preseason. I'll probably have a preseason episode next episode. Right now we're just meeting the team and I'm laying out my plan for it. Nikita Okyuktuk, I hope that's right. Gannon LaRock or LaRoque. I'm just gonna stop. If y'all know how to pronounce some of them names in the comments, just let me know. Just write it in the comments. Jake Furlong, I will say, he's good. Moosehead, I watch a lot of Moosehead games, so he's playing really good right now. Leon Gwanke, again, former Moosehead. He was good in Halifax. He ain't been good. 45 points, that's pretty good. But other than that, he's been mediocre, to say the least. But he's in the NHL and I'm not, so I can't really talk shit. Blackwood's our starter. I don't care what anyone says. After watching him against Colorado and a few games this year that he has started, yeah, he's got a terrible goals against. But the defense is shit. Capo Kakinen got some good value. Could trade him in the future. I don't know yet. We'll see. Mackie Niemi, 24 years old. We'll see how he does. Mason Beaupit, if he grows good in the AHL, could be a really good goaltender for us. Right now, the draft picks, we have 2 firsts in this draft, which I don't think it's going to be a good draft, personally. Because the top guys, like, in real life are Macklin Celebrini, Cole Eiserman, those guys. And, well, frankly, they're in college hockey and stuff. And that's not in this game. So right now, as I mentioned earlier, Sam Dickinson. This is like a big piece of the draft right there. Sam Dickinson, 6'3" defenseman. We're gonna send scouts. I'll send all my scouting up off camera, so don't gotta sit through that. Aaron Kiviharju, he'd be nice to acquire too. Chromiak, Perek, Juracek, Emil Hemming, some of these guys, Maxim Masse, I think. I don't know. Ryder Ritchie from Sweden, I guess. Uh, then this guy, he's made up Donald Kopp, one of the two. Projected #1 overall pick. Clark Caswell, he's real. Caden Lindstrom, also real. Potential good pick. Bennett Seneke, Andrew Basha. He might go high in this draft. Eric Madiako, he's 6'5", he's pretty big. There's some big names. Yannick Pinzetto, as you can see at Moosehead. Berkeley Catton, Tanner Howe, name alone. Tij Ginla. We could have a Howe and a Ginla on our team. And a Datsuk, bro. Luke Misa, his brother is supposed to be amazing. Michael Misa, Julius Mietinen, Cole Bodin, Nathan Villanueva, or Villanova, I don't know. Miguel Marquez, Thomas Deruo, Corbov, Lacert, guys like this. Thomas Mercick, Hodnet, Thibault, Sloan, Frasca. A lot of these guys are real. But what I was trying to prove by going through the draft is mainly the best guys are Berkeley Catton, Donald Koop, Sam Dickinson, Aaron Kiviharian. And I'm probably going to draft best player available. And honestly, after this episode comes out, if a lot of people see it and they say, hey, make a trade, I might make a trade. There's some guys that aren't getting used on their current teams, like Kent Johnson could definitely use a change of scenery. He just got sent down in real life. He hasn't been putting up the most points in real life either. So I personally think a change of scenery with him as the #1 focal point, because look what he's got around him. Fantilli, Jenner, Roslovic, Sillinger, Goodrow, Texier, Line A, Marchenko, Chinikov. Hey, Dume, Moosehead. Let's go. But, yeah, he's also got Werwinski, Juracek, Spozil, those guys, Columbus is a pretty good team. But someone like Kent Johnson, we could maybe trade for him during the preseason. As I said, I don't want this to be like real life, but I want to keep it semi-realistic. So getting Kent Johnson, former 5th overall pick, it could happen. Kotkaniemi got traded. Griffin Reinhardt got traded. Dylan Strome got traded. I'm just thinking of a few guys where it didn't work. They ended up getting traded. Did pretty good on their former other teams. Another guy, trying to think of some guys right now in real life. We could trade for Matthew Tkachuk. No, I'm kidding. Maybe Heponiemi. He ain't been playing. I don't think he's playing for the Panthers right now. He might be overseas, to be honest. Lundell, though, just looking at some of the teams, I'm going to try and stay away from teams in the West, just so we don't get to play them for eventually when we make the playoffs. And, obviously here in New Jersey, Timo Meier. Again, former Moosehead, but former Shark. Had a big year last year. 31 goals. Got traded. Oh, wait. He had 40 goals, sorry. Yeah, 40 goals, 66 points. Got traded at the deadline for quite a lot. Another guy potentially could use a change of scenery. Carter Hart. He hasn't been the best at all. 24 wins is the most he's ever had. But Philly's also been very shit. So there's that. Right now, we could also take a gamble on Shane Pinto. It might be very profitable for us. It might be a good prop bet to place to help our team. That was the last one. That one was terrible. I'm sorry. They also traded Josh Norris for Eric Carlson. That's gonna suck for Sharks fans. I'm sorry. But another guy that hasn't got a fair shake, Robbie Urventi. I think he just got caught up in real life, but he hasn't really gotten the chance to play. Neither is Formenton. So I'm just putting some names out here. If you could put it in the comments if you want to see them get picked up. Like even Pittsburgh. I thought personally Pittsburgh could have traded a little more to get him, but I'm okay with it. I'm glad Pittsburgh kept Owen Pickering. He looks like he could be good. I said I didn't want to trade in the West, but look at the trade value on this guy right here. Shane Wright, former fourth overall pick, which is ridiculous. Did pretty good in both teams last year. He would still be considered a rookie this year. And I think if we got Shane Wright on our team would look a lot better in 3 or 4 years. So, I have Shane Wright Team Canada jersey because I went to the World Juniors. Y'all want to see me get him? Let me know. Put his name in the comments. Blues, I really like Dalibor Dvorsky. Hell of a name, too. Tampa Bay, there's a team that I'm trying to be like. They'll get a guy like, I need an example. Connor Sherry. He'll probably put up, 50 points this year? Because he's in Tampa. That's what they do. They get guys, change their careers around, and then just sell them off for pennies on the dollar. Toronto, I don't really know. Maybe Nick Robertson. Try and get him like his brother, a good goal scorer. I messed that whole sentence up, but fuck it. Yeah, we could try and get Nick Robertson. Vancouver, just like 2 days ago, I think. I'm recording this on November 4th, 2023. Vancouver scored a 10 spot on the Sharks. We're going to try and not make that happen in the game. Vegas, defending cup champions. Congratulations to them. Congrats to Jack Eichel. Getting a cup before Connor McDavid. LOL. Jonathan Marchessault, Mark Stone. Shea Theodore. Theodore deserved it. He's a hell of a defenseman. Washington, they're kind of bad this year. So maybe we could look at some guy. I hate Tom Wilson. Don't even say Tom Wilson. But maybe an old TJ Oshie. I don't know what I was saying. Who come out and said he's going to wear a neck guard to protect himself from what happened to Adam Johnson. May Adam Johnson rest in peace. Let me just see if he's on the Penguins, because if he is, I'm going to trade for him and keep him on our team for the whole franchise, out of respect. The Sharks, they don't really have many people. Let me go look. I was thinking Boston. They could use a center. Logan Couture. Bro, Poitras? 85. Oh my god. Maybe they don't need a center. They could have found him right there. Buffalo. Casey Middlestat comes to mind when players that are better than are being portrayed. But that's enough going through that. I just want to know, like, your thoughts on it. Let's just take a quick peek at the free agents. There's a big name that is here. Yes, Patrick Kane, Jonathan Taves, Shane Pinto, but I'm not going to do that. Danton Heinen, Jumbo Joe, literally just retired in real life. We could sign him, play him in the AHL. I don't know. Let me know. Nolan Patrick, 6'2". Concussion problems have hindered his career. It sucks because he was a good player. Nate Schnarr. Like, look at some of these guys. We're just legit in the NHL last year. Aiden Dudas, I remember him for Team Canada. Is that Brandon Dubinsky? LOL. But I'm going to be wrapping this episode up here in a few minutes. I'm just checking something. I just want to see if Adam Johnson's here. Because if he is, then As I said, I'm going to sign him to the team, probably an 8-year deal, just out of respect. And that was a horrific incident that happened. I'm not going to comment any more on it, whether it was intentional or not. So, yeah, just awful. But I'll end it with showing you guys the preseason schedule. So, our first game is against the Anaheim Ducks. Then we play Vegas, LA Kings, Kraken. Maybe we have Shane Wright by then. I don't know. Then we play the Oilers, the Canucks, the Flames. We open the regular season against the defending Cup champions, the Cup champions 2 years ago, one of the best teams in the East, President's Trophies winners last year. I'm a Penguins fan in real life, and as I said, I'm recording this November 4th, the day they play Pittsburgh. Penguins are so shit this year. I'm almost guaranteeing San Jose is it's gonna be a trap game if San Jose wins. And I'm a Penguins fan saying that. That's how bad the Penguins are. Or they beat Philly or Edmonton, which would be hilarious. But that's too far ahead. Like I said, we got these 7 preseason games. We're gonna look at some guys, look at the teams, see how they play. Let me know what you think of the series. And if you want to see more, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.